Not recording. Hello. No test today. I'm just going at it. I'm just going to go for it. So wants to join. Alrighty then. I met him.
Greetings, fellow
Judge.
travelers. Another edition of Blue Green Ocean Road. Your host, David R. Arstenberg.
Yes.
How are you?
That's me. Hungover. How you doing?
Wow.
I haven't been hungover in a long time.
Is it bad?
I went to a company party last night, which we don't do, which we're doing again. Went to a restaurant and everybody was there with no masks on. It was awesome.
Oh, company party. Wow. And there was an open bar.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh.
That's why things went south quick for me.
It's very dangerous.
What? What's so funny?
Well, it would be dangerous for anybody. I wouldn't be able to hold any
Thanks.
self-control either, So don't sweat it, man. You did what you had to do
I am.
under the circumstances.
I did. You're right. Thank you. I feel much better now.
You have you have no reason to give excuse.
Well, I know I made it. I took an Uber. Okay. I actually shared one with a friend of mine who don't live far from here. I don't remember it though. My phone remembers it. I'm just now discovering. My wife said, "Why am I here?" I sent her a text saying, "Why am I here?" And she asked me.
I was
getting
wondering what
coffee.
that
She
was
says,
all about.
What the hell is that text about? And I said, "What text?"
Today's theme, we will explore why are we here?
Why are we here?
How did we get here?
Why even?
How do we work this thing?
What's going on? Yeah, that's what it says. What are you talking about? That's what it says. What are you talking about? Good. That's all I did. It was just to my wife, so that's all right. She's used to it. I didn't do anything on the family one, and I guess you guys didn't get anything either, so that's good. Oh, I guess there was one in our group chat. To enrich our lives everlasting. Thank you. That's right. Good.
That's why we're here,
Yeah.
right?
To enrich our lives. Okay, I'll do that because it's we're on a tiny lump of shit in the middle of nowhere. It's just dirt.
Yet it's enormous.
So no. Well, it's not really.
And full of amazingness. So it's our
Smells good.
portal to the universe.
There we go. Now we get some of it. Mike Kennedy. All right.
Half full.
It's half full. Everything's half full.
What's going on?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
Hey there. Another fine day.
Oh, it's beautiful out.
The drink of the night was tequila last night, Mike.
What?
I drank tequila last night.
What the hell did you do that for?
Why is right? Because I was at a
So
restaurant.
you need
in
a
Cranston.
reason. You do not need a reason.
Well,
I submit.
How you feeling now?
not so good.
Hey, where'd you go? In Cranston, right?
Still trying to piece together the ending of the night, and hopefully, I took an Uber, so I know there's no bodies. But I forgot. I had my alarm. I set my alarm way before for the podcast, and it went off this morning. I had no idea. I'm looking at it, go, what's going? Oh, the podcast. Oh, it's Saturday. Get up.
Well, shake the cobwebs out your head. Get up and get going.
I'm counting on you guys to entertain the world today because I can't think. I don't even know what we got. What did we get last week? We had like 4 views, something like that. I think 3 of them were us.
Yeah.
It's for us, man. This thing's for us. That's all.
Was
That's
it
all.
cheap tequila, Dave?
So, did you see Camping with Steve?
Yeah.
I started following those other two guys. Those two are pretty good. They actually did a thing together.
I've
but they
seen
don't mention him.
Forest.
Huh?
I've seen Forest. I've seen
Foresty
Forest
yeah.
before.
See,
Mikey's a fan of him.
yeah. Well, maybe Mikey wants to do that. Maybe we all should do that. You know, the Bills would
I
be.
want to do that.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I want to be a rubber tramp. That'd be fucking awesome.
I noticed one I follow. He has a 3x8 camper he can push around with a e-bike. It's all it is just plywood. It don't weigh shit. It's fucking awesome. That's one I watched last night. I'll send you guys the link. That was fun. That's what I want. That's what I wanted as a trailer. You know, that's all you need really. You know, just 3x8.
So you can truck around a camping trailer on a bicycle
that you can lay down
on a bicycle.
That's all you need.
On a
And
bicycle.
Mike Kowat's here. Okay. Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast.
Dave's hungover this
Dave's
morning.
hungover. That's going to be the title of the. I'll use that as a title unless you guys say something clever on the way to the end of this.
Don't expect us to say anything clever.
Sometimes it happens. Mikey's the one that has the title eventually.
I got the stuff.
Yeah. Something.
Bring it home, Mike.
Yeah, bring it home.
Come
Bring it
on.
home, Mike.
Fresh.
I'll take you guys on a little tour of why I want to be a rubber tramp.
A what? A rubber?
A rubber tramp.
What is that?
Someone who
Oh.
who is a nomadic person, but has like a camper or a.
Yeah.
I thought it was some sexual thing for you, Mike.
Dave used to live in a car before it was cool.
Yeah, it isn't cool still. Trust me. It's now you can make money doing it with a
Mike,
phone
put some
camera.
light on that. You got a flashlight or something?
I hated doing that. I was good at it. I eventually got good at it. One of the things I don't see those guys do, I guess they do it anyway, is like you have to have a bag that's devoted to the kitchen. That's just all
No,
you
no,
have.
it's
You
not
have
working.
everything in there you need, so you can just
Is that the,
walk into a park, light a
None
fire,
of that's
and
the
like
new
make
gear
ramen or
yet,
something.
right?
New gear, yeah, that's all the new gear.
That's all the new gear?
Yeah. It's supposed to be $9,000.
How much?
Yeah, I was
How much, Mike?
That's the old. In with the new, out with the old.
Oh Jesus!
Look at. Now,
Yeah,
in
be a
true,
rubber tramp. Fuck this
in
bullshit.
true
Fuck this
Foster
place.
fashion,
Fuck this house.
Yeah. I
in
feel
true
it, brother.
Foster fashion,
Paint
you gotta
it,
leave that stuff
leave.
on your front lawn just forever. You just gotta let it sit there forever.
Well,
Let it-
I've got to take it apart. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of like ball cocks and stuff that I can salvage for who knows what. I don't know because all the plumbing's done here, but a bunch of like those gator bite things and brass. But I got to take that other stuff down to the scrap, I guess. Scrap it.
Just leave it there. It'll be fine.
No, it'll just be a reminder.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to leave our junk in the yard and accumulate over eons and just be constant reminders of our own
Just
mortality.
put it near the road, man. Somebody will grab it.
Oh yeah. Oh, if I leave it out on the side of the road, someone will take it. That's true.
Your hope.
No.
No, it does. It works. They'll
Ah.
put it in their yard and let it sit for eternity.
Oh, there are
A
guys
big
who have
pile.
piles of scrap. They just make a pile of scrap till it's big enough to make it worth moving, and then they bring it down to the scrapper.
Or not, or just leave it there.
Yeah, scrap. Around here, they'll take your scrap even if you don't want them to. They'll pull it right out of your house. They copper. People just, they bring it to a house
Man.
just to take the copper out. That's.
Where there's meth, there's a way.
Just be a rubber tramp, man. You can meet someone like Adventure Time Louie.
I don't know Adventure Time Louie.
What's that girl that
Oh, that's her.
Forrest.
That's the other girl.
That's the girl.
She,
Forsty.
Foresty Forrest's girlfriend?
Foresty Forrest. I don't know if they have boyfriend, girlfriend. They were on separate
Do they
bunks.
drive around together? Do they follow each other from campground to campground, from Walmart parking lot to Cracker Barrel parking lot?
Looks like we watched the same YouTube videos last night.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
well,
Started
you know
with
what's
Camping
funny
with
about
Steve.
Camping with Steve, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching Camping with Steve for a long time. I didn't know you guys were watching him, you know? Like, this is just some random guy on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Then you guys were all watching him, too.
I think I started watching Camping with Steve because I was actually looking to see what it was like to live in your vehicle, because it looked like I might be doing it, just in case, you know. Just how is it going now? And you know, like, yeah, it's just as awful as I remember.
There's
But
different types. There's different
gotta have a
types.
vehicle.
There's types that just live in their car, and then there's types that really build out a vehicle, you know, and there's everything in between, you know.
you got to do it stealth. There was a guy I know, when I watched, he converted his van so you can't even tell he's in there. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good one, and he just keeps moving. There's another one that there is, if you have money, there are campgrounds around the area that there's like a network. You can go to any one of them. You have to have a certain type of SUV. As a matter of fact, the campground down in South County is like that, where the dunes are. You can park there. You can take your, but you have to have a certain type of SUV. You can't just show up in your ratty car and stay overnight, which is what you can do that if you have a nice RV. That
Well,
I'm sure no matter what your gig is, there's a lot of mundane stuff, you know, parking lots, things like that.
seems like Walmart's the place.
yeah, most
Yeah, it
of
used to be. Yeah, some of them, like the ones in Connecticut.
Some
they
of them
say
stopped.
no.
The one over here has. It was getting too weird.
The one in Rhode Island, I don't think does.
The one over here, yeah, the one near me, they stopped.
Cracker Barrel restaurants. I guess that guy was homeless too, you know, at one point in his life.
Cracker Barrel, Jesus.
Yep.
And there's
Cracker
some with
Barrel.
a
It's another
parking lot.
place you can park overnight.
Yeah, but Cracker Barrel's usually in a mall, so you know.
Oh no, you know, you got to travel the country, Dave. They're everywhere out
Yeah.
there, especially
Yeah.
in the south.
I have traveled
They got-
the country. I didn't run
They've
into
got
one
big
Cracker Barrel
RV
that was
parking
honest.
lots.
Apparently, you haven't traveled the country because you know that there's Cracker Barrels
Well,
every
lately,
fucking where.
you're right. I'm out of the network. There actually wasn't anything when I did it. There really wasn't nothing. It was like KOA. It's
Yeah, that was
KOK
weird.
backwards. I was like years before I realized that's what it was. I was just looking at it all the time. Oh, AOK. Oh, okay. KOA. That's clever. Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. You were doing it before it was hip.
Yeah, it wasn't hip then either. But yeah, it's not hip now. It's just
Oh,
it's
hip
because
now.
it's a thing
Oh,
doesn't
it's
mean
hip.
it's hip.
Oh, it's hip. Yeah.
You think it is?
Oh yeah, it's like you know, trust fund kids are buying these nice vans and fixing them all up and living in them for a year or two. You know, traveling around, posting their videos, making their living as YouTube influencers.
Influencers.
Yeah, type in van life on YouTube.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Just follow Camping with
that's my
Steve.
that's
It'll
my
be in the
escape
feed.
fantasy. That's my stress relief valve escape fantasy. Like, all right, shit hits the fan too much here. I'm gonna just like become a rubber tramp.
You know, a lot of people they keep their
Clog
vehicle
the
for that
roads
reason.
with countless millions.
My Jeep
Gas
is half that.
shortages. Now,
when I
did you
bought
guys see the new Shady Acres sign outside of Shady Acres?
No, haven't been by there.
It says Shady Acres Apocalypse Cafe.
Really?
Yes.
Apocalypse
It says
Cafe.
Apocalypse Cafe. Oh,
If you have their fish and chips, it's going to be an
Porte-
apocalypse
Right.
situation.
I know. It's like when the cities are destitute and people are traveling as rubber tramps everywhere. You know, they congregate at places like that, get their beanie weenies until their next gallon they can score their next gallon of gas to make it to the next one.
That's the truck stop at the end of the world.
It's warm and brown and plenty of it. Here you go, Dave.
Dave. Big Dave
Warm,
hitting
brown, and
the
plenty
ball.
of
Dave's vomiting.
Dave's driving the porcelain bus.
Praying to the porcelain gods. What's his name? His name is Rob.
Well, the porcelain
Dave
god.
was drinking tequila last night. He's not feeling his best.
Who's he doing that with? By himself?
Who knows?
Well, no, I think it was a company thing, right? Right, Dave? It was a company-sponsored event.
It was
night.
just security. It was I had 15 years. Two of the other guys had 30, and one guy had 20. And usually they take you to dinner, and and then they give you something that you can. I got luggage. About 15 years was like a while ago for me. But the company let me go to the store, and I was looking at all kinds of things and then there was a telescope. I had that, so I'm taking the telescope. And I go, you know what I need? I need luggage, so I got luggage instead. And then, yeah, they gave me a plaque. I got a plaque. It was solid glass. I saw it last night, right? It was solid glass at Dave's Demo, all that shit. I left it at the restaurant. I don't have it. I don't know where it is.
Broke it.
As opposed to hollow glass, right?
It was a blunt object. It's actually a weapon, you know. That thing is. I don't even know what I want to do. What would I do with this? They used to give us like that thing that folds out. It's just like a certificate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Suitable for framing.
Yeah, yeah. It's not framed. It's not going. It's not. I'm not. No. Some people put it in their cubicles, but I do not have a cubicle. And if I did, I probably wouldn't put it up there. I enjoyed the luggage, and they got me nicely drunk, which was great. And food would have been awesome if I could chew. Yeah, that would be, but I can't. So.
You were that
Really?
drunk?
Huh?
You couldn't eat. You were that drunk you couldn't eat?
I'm just that damaged. I got no teeth.
Oh,
I thought you got a new set of chappies.
Nah, not
yeah.
100%
Good for nothing,
yet.
huh?
No,
They're only good for
soup, mashed potatoes, and some kind of tiramisu for dinner.
You had to pay the extra, man, if you wanted the hard food.
These things, they're no good for 6 months. When your gums heal, they take a new impression, and then you get a set that fits. It don't flop around. So I'm waiting for that. A friend of mine who had them, he used to be able to eat corn on the cob with them. I'm looking forward to that. He's just and without adhesive when they're done right. These are temporary.
So there's a breaking in period that your mouth has to make adjustments for.
No, there's a healing period. I have to wait for my gums to become healed, and then they take a new impression. And the impression I have now, I had teeth in my mouth, so it's not perfectly. It doesn't fit perfect. It fits.
So they give you a set of like plastic vampire teeth.
No, actually, I'm gonna have like nothing for a day. They FedEx it out, do it, FedEx it back, and then so there's a day.
I hope that falls on a podcast.
A podcast. It doesn't. Hey,
man.
I'll pull them out right now if you want. I'll do anything.
No.
Anything. Anything for the audience. You know. Yeah, leave it a comment. So, pull out your teeth.
Mike was eating. Just.
If you leave a comment, tell me. We want to see you look.
Let's vote. Yay or nay? How many votes for yay?
Yeah. I'll give you a preview. I look like a turtle.
I know a guy. Speaking of corn on the cob, I know a guy who used to have a piece of corn.
Oh no! I don't know if I want to hear this.
He'd be working away.
Corn on the cob guy.
That's funny. I don't care.
He'd be working away at it, you know. Like, seriously. And then he'd spit.
We got our title, Corn on the Cob Guy. I'm right. Mike did it again.
And then he'd turn it over. And then he'd turn it over. And then he'd turn it over and he'd show everybody at the table and it said hi. Turns out he was a dentist.
Yeah.
Cobb is double B, right?
Warm brown and plenty of it.
Yep.
Corn on the cob.
Anywho, been watching Fargo, the series.
It's excellent, right?
You've seen it all?
As a UFO
Yeah.
in one of them. There's no escape, Mikey.
Oh,
That's
God.
right. Season 2, man.
Season 2.
But they're all great.
They are all good.
And the new one's coming out in a couple of weeks.
The last one's like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a little
With Chris
subpar,
Rock.
but
it's not because of Chris Rock.
it's still good. It's still really worth.
That
it's still
Irish
worthy.
nurse is awesome.
you know?
She made the show. That last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
So
the
far.
last one's good too. But it's just like after the other ones, holy shit. The one with Billy Bob Thornton. That's the one you're watching now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You get to the end of it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think
we
I
can't talk about it, can we?
I think I'm at 7 or something like that.
Jesus.
Have you seen that, Mike?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's on
Well,
Hulu.
it's Coen Brothers. It's produced by
Oh,
the
it's Coen Brothers. I'll watch anything they make. I'll watch
It's
it.
actually they're true stories based on the original. They all intersect. Each season is a different story, but each season the story intersects with the first. And all of them seem to have like intersecting storylines. They're very interesting how they do that.
It's Fargo, like the movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Coen Brothers. Yes,
Hey,
FX, Hulu.
Hulu. Speaking of Hulu, second season of Shoresy came out on my birthday, and this Christmas the final season of Letterkenny.
I like that Katy Cat trailer. That thing was
Ooh.
awesome.
She's special. That's what I appreciate about her.
Is that what you appreciate about it, Mike?
Why are we here?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's some worthy stuff out there. Yeah, I haven't seen the last. I'm on season 10 of Letterkenny, but I haven't finished those yet. To go to Shoresy and
Yeah, I like the first
I didn't
season of
even know
Shoresy. I thought that was pretty good. 6 episodes, short and sweet. It was good. It featured lots of pretty girls,
Where the hell,
As
where
they
the hell
do.
you guys get the time? Where the
What?
hell you guys get the time to watch this shit, man? I didn't
Well,
know.
we have a
Well,
life of
listen-
leisure.
You're listening to
Mike,
fucking.
we have a.
You're always sending me all these fucking videos of Joe Rogan, like 3-hour interviews. And you're asking me where I get the time? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, but the
I watch a half
podcast.
an hour
ball
thing and I
games,
fall
too.
asleep.
All those
Yeah,
ball
ball
games too.
Yeah, with the ball games.
Jesus Christ, ball games go on for days.
But
Baseball, you can fall asleep for 2 days and wake up. It's still the same game. Fuck's sake.
what do you think it might be? Anyway.
Might as well be.
But the
Bunch of guys
podcast, man.
standing in a field.
Cool thing about podcasts is you can just stick it in your pocket and walk around, do whatever you're doing.
This is true.
Do you?
I do. I go for a walk or something, like throw a podcast
What about all
on.
those sports ball games you watch?
No, I like to watch those.
Yeah, you don't listen to sports ball on your radio, do you?
Sometimes.
I was in football when I was at work.
Do they still do that?
What?
Yeah.
Broadcast just the radio audio of
Yeah,
ball
There's some
games?
people that only do that.
Yeah, like, baseball is like the worst fucking thing you can imagine on the radio. I used to have to listen to it coming home from Boston with Jed, especially like opening day. And there's nothing worse to listen to than fucking baseball on the radio. Jesus Christ, will you shut those motherfuckers up, please?
Yeah, those sports personalities yabbering on about the game and the stats and all that.
Stats, they can't have a moment of silence. No, they have to keep the chatter going.
The thing is, what I found is when that gets bad, you know what it usually is when the announcers, when there's two different ex ball players, like old ball players, because then all they're doing is like reminiscing about like shit that happened 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
They ain't
Look,
even
I-
chirping to each other.
I can't even be convinced to give a fuck about the game that's going on right now.
You know, that's you.
Never mind 30 years ago. Jesus H. Christ.
That's the best part about working for yourself, man. You don't have to listen to that.
That's right. I listen to tunes all day. Awesome.
Hey. But yeah, when you get two
I
ex
agree.
ball players, that's the worst because all they're doing is like reminiscing about the old days, you know. But there's some really good ones out there too. Believe it or not.
Or not. Who do you like to listen to?
Usually I like if it was a coach, it's good. Like if it's like just a quarterback, he's just good. Like what Mikey said, he's just going to talk about quarterbacking. He doesn't even get what's going on the rest of the. But a coach knows all kinds of shit. Usually, there was one coach for the Raiders who became a commentator. He knew like where the play was originated, you know, and he actually knew, you know, like this was done in college in fifth. This is wow, that was that run, you know. So you get to know there's a lot of interest. It's like a dance, football, you know. I mean, everybody has a role, and they got to, you know. And to you, it just looks like mayhem, but that's all drawn. You know, you've seen the X's and O's, you know, on the chalkboard. So there's shit like that. I mean, it's perfectly timed to be right there, and the ball's going to that spot before that guy gets there, long before that guy gets there. And you hope that everybody does their job right, the right blocking, all that shit.
Yeah.
There's one like
Very
Belichick is like known for. It's in the rule book, but nobody's read it that deeply, and then he'll pull one. You know, he's always good for that. You know, maybe he won't win the game, but he'll pull one of those. You know, and fuck everybody up one play, and get a first down or some shit. It's pretty wild, if you care.
I like watching Belichick on the sideline, you know.
I like him. Yeah, he
Gets all-
throws Microsoft products at the wall.
Yeah. He gets slow.
What?
Belichick. So we call him Belichick.
It was one of these. They all cheat. There was like I think the Colts are known for like just raising up their audio, like to like they were actually enhancing their crowd noise with the audio system in the stadium, you know, shit like that. So they all got their fucking shit they do, you know, depending on where you are. So this one,
I think we lost.
this was $78, Mike. This computer, just so you know, it's Linux on it and it screams. This one was $50. The one I'm doing the podcast on. They look like this. They got rubber. This is for kids. It's a Latitude. They call it a Latitude. Yeah, I don't know how long. This might be like 5 years old. It's a screamer though. With Linux, with Windows, forget it. Anything with Windows on it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well because Microsoft's got their own agenda, and you getting your work done isn't one of them.
Here's our other member of the podcast.
Wolfie.
What do you
Where's
say,
the
Ruby?
chicken?
There's a dog.
Oh, you
when there's
missed
a
it.
dog, there's no chicken. Chickens
The
don't
rooster
like
have a
dogs.
I had
The
some
rooster-
seeds set aside. I only have 3 left. Chickens
telling me
raided the drying of the seeds. They're on the deck eating them up, and I was only able to save 3, so I'll send those to you.
Those bastards.
Yeah,
In the pot they go.
good thing they're edible, right?
You only got
I don't
3?
know, man. There's a certain level of cyanide in those, you know.
3 seeds.
What kind of seeds are you saving?
I was saving some Asian pear seeds for Mike. I was drying them out, and someone was showing me that you can use the pulp of Asian pears. It's really good for tenderizing meat. You know, you can get real.
Wow.
You marinate it in
Ooh.
the pulp of. It's supposed to be one of the best for tenderizing meat.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
And just
I'm
leave
gonna
it
try
right
that.
on when you cook it, right? So you have this like glaze or something. That sounds
Sure.
good.
Yeah. Throw it in the crock pot with a cheap piece of meat.
Yeah.
You know,
Cheap.
A lot of
There's
times
cheap
with
meat.
I'm a cheap piece of meat.
Ah.
It tenderizes me pretty.
I kind of do that instinctively. When I throw a piece of meat in a crock pot, a lot of times I'll throw in a cut up apple in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I do
Yeah,
it for
apple
kind
cider
of
stew is great.
Yeah. Adds a
I
little
gotta buy
moisture.
meat this
and
year. This
stuff.
sucks, man. I can't hunt this year. It sucks. It's like a perfect hunting day too. Today. Today would be the day. I guarantee you. Today would be the day. There's a deer right by my tree stand right now.
Yep.
Shots were ringing through the woods this morning.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
Absolutely.
This is the kind of deer killing morning I call it. It's the perfect conditions for it.
Yeah, they're nuts. I even saw a buck. I saw a buck just sitting there by the road. He was run across he's like crazy. I could even smell buckler. Buckler. I could smell the does. Yeah.
Did it make you horny?
No, not me, but I think it's crazy that you would put that on you. You know, I mean, you better know what you're doing, I guess. Don't want to get mounted.
Yeah, who's going to get mounted? That's why you do it, Dave. That's a real sport.
I guess.
Who's going to get mounted?
Yeah.
Me or him?
Yeah. It's good practice for the marathon later. Yeah. Talk about scaring yourself in the woods.
Not Monty Python. The Benny Hill music starts playing.
I saw a video once, a guy, people fucking around in nature, like they're holding the cub and the bear's coming out of the woods behind them, famous last moments, shit like that. I don't even know if that one's real, but it probably is. You ever see that one? Guy's got a cub. Oh, I found a cub. And there's a bear.
I saw that
cub.
movie, The Bear Botherer. Werner
that guy?
Herzog.
Yeah. Yeah, he touched him. The grizzly turned around. What are you doing? Dude, are you fucking crazy? Yeah, he was. He's dead. So.
He was.
He was crazy.
Now he's bear shit.
Now he's bear shit. That's right. That's what happens when you fuck with bears. I think that's the only thing we were afraid of, huh, Mike? When we were up in Canada, we would say nervously "bear" once in a while. So, well, I don't want to see no bear. He said, no, I don't either. And then we'd move on. We'd keep canoeing. But the thought came in our heads once in a while. Remember? There might not have been probably was a bear nearby, because I was suddenly thinking about it. And then you were thinking about it. We were both thinking about it. I remember that. I remember that sentiment. Don't want to see a bear. Don't want to see one.
Black bears. Black bears
nothing.
are.
Well, black bear usually hides.
Food.
But a grizzly, I think, might. Well, there's that time of year. We were in the wrong time of year. There were plenty of August.
Grizzlies in Quebec, man.
They're not nuts.
There's no grizzlies there. No.
I understand that they get crazy around October, because they're close to the time.
But there's been cases where black bear have attacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's rare, but they will.
Well, you pick up their cub.
Well, that's a perfect time for that.
They'll get you.
Or
You
just
ever see that?
bother them.
There's a video where
Go ahead.
there's a video where the guy's he's a bow hunter and he got the buckler on him and the buck comes out of the woods and just starts beating the shit out of this guy.
I saw that one.
So that one is, and his wife is filming it. His wife is the one who's filming it. She's laughing the whole time. He's
Somebody's
getting
filming
mad.
it. All
That's
those
a good marriage.
I saw the
Nothing wrong with
interview
that
with the guy
relationship.
afterwards.
That's when it come up on it.
That's a
it was
healthy
hitting him with the front.
relationship, man.
He was doing this to him, Mike.
Yeah.
And at first he's laughing it off until he realizes just how seriously he's getting fucked up by those hooves. They don't look like they're. Yeah, this ain't Bambi,
It's
man.
those tourists. It's those tourists out in Yosemite and those places. Yellowstone. They try to get the close up of the bison crossing the road, right?
That's a whole thing now. Torons of Yellowstone. People are putting videos on from all over the country, but it's all getting put on Torons of Yellowstone. It's a website. You can see video after video of people getting too close to animals.
Yeah, for the
You gotta respect
selfie.
them.
Like the bison. Everybody goes up to them. There's a big sign. Don't go near the bison. They're over there by the bison. Yeah, with their smartphones and shit. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
they're so big and burly. They're so big and burly. They don't look like they can move fast, you know. But
Everything
they
can move
can.
faster than you.
Right.
Can't outrun nothing.
Pretty much. That's right.
It's true.
You can only outdistance. Humans are made for distance, not speed.
Hmm.
You can
built
outdistance a deer. You can run a deer down if you could see where he goes. You can run him down. But
Yeah.
he's faster
Maybe
than
you
you.
can.
But you just have more endurance.
Maybe you can.
Maybe. Yeah, right.
Them days, man.
Man. I'm built for comfort. I ain't built for speed.
I ain't built for speed neither.
There may have been a time once upon a time, but
I gotta be mighty hungry. I guess then, yeah.
But I got everything your little girl needs.
Oh, that might be a title too.
that's right.
That'll get
That's right.
we'll get
Preacher man
demonetized.
called me a sinner, but
Oh,
a little
no,
girl
yeah.
called me a
Talk
saint.
about clickbait, right?
Yep.
Yep. So we got all this new stuff, but we don't have the stove hooked up. We found out that the gas line to my stove was leaking the other day.
Bad.
I ran out and had to, and I can't run the new line under the house because I can't fit under there anymore.
Yeah, no.
I remember
basements.
them days.
Send Laura under there.
Ha.
So we had to put a new line right behind the stove.
Sequoia's, he's still thin. He's a young boy.
Just run around
Yeah.
on the outside of the
Get
house.
him under there. Here we go, boy. Take this line.
Too
To
late.
that house and
We
hook
got,
that up.
You know, we got in Italy we have the stove, but we put the tank right under there with it, like a small one, like a they call them bumblers because they're bombs, I guess. A lot of
Yeah, well, you
times
can't have the gas inside the house.
Why not?
Why not? What if it has a leak?
What about gas line? Gas line's in your house. What if that leaks?
Yeah, but they don't want the tank in the house in case there's a fire. You don't want the tank blowing up.
No, of course not.
Boom!
I'm sorry. The house I'm talking about is made out of reinforced concrete. There's nothing to burn. It won't catch fire. So there's that. Yeah, because there's that. Yeah, wooden house. Yeah, not wise. You're right.
So you're cooking outside,
No.
or are you just
Oh yeah.
eating mad takeout?
I got we're doing both. Laura likes the bad takeout. I got the 2-burner cook stove outside.
Perfect.
Yeah, what else you need?
Right.
Why not? Hey, you're almost.
I remember fondly the days of going without electricity and cooking out here in the rain during hurricanes on the 2-burner gas stove, listening to bluegrass music and drinking a beer. Life was great. It's
Yep.
like,
I had my trailer. That was great. That was in the yard. Right after the lose power, just go out there. I had gas. Yeah, it was fine. The trailer was great. Everything I needed.
yep.
Almost.
Well, like, what's
imagine-
the? Nah.
Imagine traveling around with that trailer, Dave. Just going from Walmart parking lot to Walmart parking lot with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a trailer. I would just definitely just do the back of a minivan. I like those. You know what I really like is that design. The teardrop ones are fucking great, aren't they? Like the kitchen's on the outside and the back. It's so well thought out, you know.
Yeah, the expandable ones. Yeah, you can expand. Yeah, everything folds out. You know, everything's contained and folds out. You know, even your shower folds out onto the side of the camper. Yeah, they're beautiful. You can actually sleep in a foldable tent above the unit, and your whole kitchen folds out. Yeah, they're wonderful. Some of them.
Yeah, that girl's got it. She's got her kitchen in the tail. Where you pull out where the spare tire is, that thing that comes out on the other side
the
of that is the
Wrangler.
kitchen. It folds down and there's a stove in it. It's perfect. That's beautiful. That's where you want it, outside. Because you want, like, while you're inside, the bear can take a big interest in the shit outside, and then you can stop the car and screw. You know, you don't want it in with you. You don't want to be sleeping next to your food. You definitely don't want to do that. Well, that was cool. Like in Canada, they have those lockers. They have those metal lockers where you can put your food in
Yeah.
the campground because it's
Yes, bear
It's
resistant.
not bear,
Bear resistant.
It's whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's never bear proof. It's
No,
bear
right.
resistant.
There's grizzlies over there and
Yeah.
stuff.
So why they
Whatever
tear that
happened
open,
to
you
that
can leave.
French Canadian guy with the grizzly bear proof suit that he was trying to develop? Remember that guy?
It failed.
Did he give up trying?
I think it failed.
But there's some awesome videos online of him testing that thing, building and testing that thing.
Yeah.
That thing was pretty cool about the Madman, the time machine.
Oh, the time machine.
Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Art Bell. I loved Art Bell. That was some great radio. Talking about radio. That was a good staple for a security guard. That mysterious shit in the middle of the
work
night.
at night. Art Bell, Coast to Coast, all that stuff.
Fucking love that shit. I like him and Phil Henry. There was a few that were good. Most radio shit, but
Phil Henry, the guy that did all the voices himself.
Yep.
That guy's funny as hell.
He's funny as hell, is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still he still does them. He just can't do it on radio no more. He just does. He's just in a room. It's like there's 40 people in the room. It's hysterical. He's still good. He does like shitty movies on Saturday night, where two of his characters watch a bad movie, and sometimes he falls asleep. So like the other half of the movie, he's not even there no more and shit. You don't care. Yeah, some of them are pretty awful. Night of the Living Dead's a staple because Romero didn't get the rights. He didn't secure the copyright, so it's public domain. You can do anything you want with that one. The first one. That was an amazing movie. Like all the ghouls are like part of the crew. Like he used everybody. That was like he did that movie for like $40 or something.
Wow.
Pretty good though. You ever watch that one? Night of the Living Dead, the black and white one. They're coming to get you,
classic.
Barbara.
Yeah.
The girl's hysterical, right? She's hysterical. Usually they like in movies a long time. They don't do it no more, right? But a long time they just shake the woman.
Or they give her a slap across
her,
the face.
They quit being hysterical. Romero, his character, cold cocks.
Yeah.
He comes from downtown and just blah. Look kind of
I
real
know.
too. So.
Yeah, she's no longer scared of the monster. She's
No.
scared of him.
Yeah. Focus. I don't have the last thing the last thing I hear in my life is you screaming in my ear. Yeah, there was there's a classic one, War of the Worlds, right? Which he goes nuts in that farmhouse.
Yeah.
He just
She
grabs
gets
her,
hysterical.
just shakes the living shit up. She almost lost her wig. She had this awful wig on. Oh God! You know those two that were in War of the Worlds, the first one, the '53 one. They're in the new one. They're the grandparents at the end. They come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the Tom Cruise one?
Yeah. They're in
Oh,
another
no
one.
kidding.
Yep.
I did not know this. Wow.
There's
I
a
forget the guy's
2023
name.
Force
but-
myself to watch it again.
What's the ending? Yeah, that's who comes out. Those two. They got credits. I noticed it. I went, what the fuck? What are these two doing? And then I had to look for it. She says, oh,
Yeah.
look at that. They're right at the end. Yeah.
That's a nice.
I forgot
nice
the
tribute.
actor. The guy, he hated that movie. He was like he thought that it fucked his career up. By
But
getting-
what else has he been in, really? That's notable.
No, he was like in Name of the Game. He did more shit after that, right? That one he
Yeah.
just kept his head down. He did shit after that, but that was when he was like, I don't want to do interviews on that one. I want to talk about it. And now he does, because he's remembered more from that than anything else he ever did. That was the first Captain Kirk. It wasn't Kirk. It was the other guy that was the first captain. He got out of it because he thought it was too hokey. His career went nowhere after that.
Yep.
He should have stayed Captain Pike. But I think he did come back. He did that one show, right? He got to come back
Yep.
and have no lines, just like that beeping light. That was his big. Just sit there, look pathetic.
You
and
just
move.
sit there.
He probably didn't even have control over that.
No. But it was a gig. Hey, you want to work again?
I know. You got to pay off those liquor tabs,
I
man.
know. Holy shit. Yeah, well, those guys,
Hey.
they didn't know they were doing anything special either. They got canceled for Christ's sakes, you know.
Geez, have you seen him on? Have you seen William Shatner in his series? Just killing it. You know, he's out there in his 90s. You know, hosting his paranormal.
I
Just
saw when he went
absolutely
to
killing it.
space.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a series out. I saw when he went to space.
Very successful on the History Channel.
Really? What's it called?
Yeah. Oh, geez, I don't know. What's it called, Dave?
I don't know.
Can't think of it right.
I
He hosts all these. He hosts all these.
The name of the show is Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this. Like what was the name of that thing? I forget. You know, it's the whole
Yeah,
the whole
what is
hour
that
of
thing there?
I can't
Jesus
remember.
Christ, yeah.
You know, that guy. The guy with the thing. That was good.
Send it to the fact checker. What is that thing he does now? But yeah, it's just I tune it in and I'm not doing anything.
I watched he
It's
interviewed
kind of
all
like
the
the
other
Leonard
captains.
Nimoy thing on. Remember the Leonard Nimoy show that
In Search
he
of.
did? In Search of. Yes, it's kind of like that, only an hour-long format. It's really nicely done, and he hosts that. It's really great.
Yeah,
Still
William
kicking
Shatner's
it
good.
In his 90s.
I read his
Stars
book.
on Mars.
What's that?
Stars on Mars.
Huh? Oh, okay.
No, that's
William Shatner hosts Stars on Mars. Fox reality
nope,
show.
that's not it.
Well, it's one
That's
of them.
not it.
He
That's
was on.
one, yeah. Well, he's a busy man.
As long
He
as
was on
doesn't sing.
WTF, and he was talking about all that shit.
Stars on Mars. It's all here.
Yeah, I believe you.
Nope, it's not. It's
Sounds
a
He
different
was
different
asking
yeah,
AI. Maybe
It's a
AI
series.
is
It's a
fucking
new
with
series. April 13th, 2023. AI's not fucking with me. This is Google, and it's all over the fucking place.
Google's fucking
Stars
with
on
you,
Mars. Stars on Mars.
You can't trust
Attention
Google.
Earthlings. William Shatner is returning to Fox. Unscripted competition series called Stars on Mars.
Sweet.
He doesn't sing, does he?
Oh,
No,
Age
God,
of
no.
Aquarius. Yeah, I like William Shatner singing. Yeah, there's that other one too with Leonard
it's gonna
Nimoy
be
did cut an
a
album
long
too. That's
time.
pretty hard to listen to.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins, yeah, there's a video. Holy shit! Oh my god, it's so '60s too.
Oh, it's bad. But it's bad 60s. It's the worst part of the 60s.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right.
The girls
he's got
dancing
like a
around with
plaid
their...
jacket. All that
Man.
awful fucking fashions and shit.
Hey, you guys want to see my desert rose blossoms?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Show
do
us your
something
blossom.
here. Let's do something.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Really nice. Yeah, everybody needs a
Real
sunroom,
horticulture
man.
there.
Yeah, it doesn't blossom very often, so it's just taking off now.
So your sunroom faces south, Mikey?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's the way to have it.
Plus, I got these killer lights in here.
Yeah.
You see my MRI?
So this is standard time, right? And I like standard time. And
I
we
don't.
wanna go
Yes.
back to
I like
daylight
daylight
bullshit
savings
I do
time.
too.
And
I want it to
that's
stay
the end of
daylight
it.
savings time.
I hate the other one, and they're going permanent next year. So
They never listen to me. It's like I'm not even here.
They're going permanent?
yeah, next time. Change the clock one more time. It's over.
It's like they might
But they're gonna.
I hope they
Hear
make
that? It's-
daylight savings time permanent.
Yeah, I wish they would. Is that the one
Oh,
you
man,
want?
you're the only one. You're the only one in the world. You're
I know.
you're the only one who's preventing us from having it.
I
the
like
right
this
way.
one. No, you're gonna get it next time they do
No, I
daylight
like
savings
this.
time in the spring. You get to keep
Nah,
it
this is the
forever.
one.
So,
Nice.
Yeah, fuck you. I like it this way. I like it getting dark at 4:30. I fucking love that.
Who's in charge of that?
I know this is what it needs to stay here. It
Yeah.
needs to
All right,
stay.
George.
This,
Me and
this
George.
is standard time anyway. That's
The
it.
other thing is it gets dark daylight savings time makes it dark. Why the kids are trying to get on the fucking bus in the morning. So I thought maybe we had something going there, but it's not.
It's still dark in the morning. Fuck. They should let kids go to school later anyway.
Anyway, it's going to be that, and we won't have to deal with it no more.
Good.
I broke a clock trying to figure out how it worked this time. I forgot how it worked. I ended up tearing it apart. I just went, what the fuck? Because I had two of them. It's like the buttons were in the back, and it had like this doorbell sound, like, and it kept doing that. And I was trying to figure out where the speaker was because I wanted to stick a screwdriver in it. I don't want it to make noise. So I had to find out where the speaker was. So I tore one apart, found out, and the next one I stabbed the other one so it wouldn't make noise no more. And
Yeah, they
pretty
make
nice.
those things pretty complicated. You spend like about 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out how to program these
Yeah.
newfangled alarm clocks. And then you forget because the next time you have to worry about it, maybe a year or two later, or when daylight savings time comes, and you're like, what the fuck? How the hell did we do
Twice
this?
a year.
What-
My van clock, I could not figure out. I had to the faceplate came off. It was one of those where you could take the face so nobody would steal your radio. On the back, I had the instructions. I had carved it. What I needed to do, I carved the fucking. All right, hit this button, hold it 5 times, or whatever the fuck you had to do. It wasn't easy. And I remember one thing. There was a clock. There was a time button on it, and it didn't. That wasn't the button you wanted to. It was fucking stupid. It was the worst fucking clock.
My car clock's only right 6 months a year.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
Do the math. It'll keep you sharper.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I like my Ford because my Ford has a clock button. It just has a picture of a clock, and you hit the clock, and it automatically defaults to time setting, and so you can set it very easily.
Oh,
with
yeah.
radio controls.
You're hooked up to
But
GPS or something, right?
no, it's just
No, it's just that
Ford.
he's in the modern world.
modern Ford.
He's in
madness.
the 21st century, and the rest of us are still lagging.
This was my clock I bought that year, within a year.
Well, I didn't say the technology wasn't in the 21st century. I'm saying you weren't in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd know how to program that thing.
No.
You're old.
I was like, hey, what shit going
so
on?
you-
I did it. Yeah, I took
so
my
you-
teeth out and I looked like a turtle, and then I looked confused. A
you're
confused
telling me-
turtle. That's me.
Yeah, help me with this, guys. Here
What's
we
going
go.
on, this thing?
Jesus Christ! Goddamn technology over there. Yeah.
So you're telling me we only have to do this one more time and then
Yep.
we're done?
Yep.
Just this spring.
Why? But the spring forward is an artificial adaptation.
That's
this
what I'm
is the
saying.
real time now. Like, why are they changing it to an artificial adaptation of time? Although all time's an artificial adaptation, but the standard time is fine. This is how it should be. This is how. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm good with this.
Well, I can stargaze earlier. Jupiter's up
Hey,
early.
speaking of stargazing, aren't we supposed to? There's a possibility of us being able to see the northern lights. Are you working tonight? I think
No.
we might be able to catch a glimpse of the northern lights from this part of the world.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be great.
I think tonight,
I'll have
from
to
your
look.
rooftop advantage point there.
All right, so this is how you
Maybe.
do it. If you start to see them, right? This is what the Eskimo kids told me. If you whistle, you start whistling, the northern lights will come closer to you. But if they get too close, they'll chop your head off. So if they get too close, they start getting too close, you throw dog shit at them,
Okay.
and then they'll move away.
Well, I got dog shit here. There's people, they got bags of it right out here in this little bin.
You got lumps of it.
I got lots of it.
We were in the village at Kusuk, and we saw northern lights one night. We went out to get the stone, me and Dan, and sure enough, we heard kids whistling.
No kidding.
And then we
Hey, Mike.
Which Mike?
Oh, do you remember? Were you at Unity College when we saw that spectacular Northern Lights display at Unity
Just saying,
College?
we used to see them at Unity.
So
That. Yeah. Yeah.
that was insanely beautiful.
I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
I'd never seen anything like that, nor did I expect to see it that far south.
You just go
That
a
was
little bit further
incredible.
north than you guys and you see them. I mean, I remember when I even from here to Conway, I used to practice up in Conway, and I get out practice around 11:30, 12 at night, and I come out and see the northern lights. a lot. You
That's
know,
cool.
Wow.
yeah, it wasn't that rare. Even just a little bit north of here, you know.
I've seen him here before, but it's a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have in Sweden. They have these domes, these glass domes, and there's a nice bed, and you can just lay there, and it's like there's snow all around.
Glass igloos.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
It looks great. Something on the bucket list that I'll probably never get around to.
Bucket list. I don't have a bucket list. I've done everything.
You've done everything?
My bucket list is like I could do that again.
Wow, you did everything you wanted to do.
Fuck yeah, I was pretty much done by the time I was 21. Went around the world, all that shit. Would fucking
Well,
name
that's-
something I didn't
That's
do.
sad.
I can't think of anything.
Wow.
So Dave is the
That's a serious lack of imagination
the one of
there.
us
What's left?
who's actually circumnavigated the globe. Dave has.
Yeah.
He's actually circumnavigated the globe.
Well, the thing is,
Right.
I'm not gonna say, well, I never did that. You know, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. You know,
You've gone parachuting?
I ain't doing
Hang
that.
gliding.
And, know, that's like how to get into the bucket, I guess. You know, that'd be like the last thing.
You
I'll
been to
die of a-
Africa?
I'll die of a heart attack just thinking of it.
Have you seen a giraffe in its natural habitat?
Yeah, but I don't want to see that.
The Disney
You don't want to
parking
see a
lot.
giraffe in its natural. What do you got against giraffes?
Not that I got nothing against them. I
What, you
just
some
don't feel
kind of
like
species?
just don't care. It's a bucket list is shit you want to do. Not shit you
That happens. That happens with age too. You stop caring.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Okay.
Enthusiasm goes right out the
I
fucking.
don't give a shit about that nasty.
I just
fucking
wanna
bucket
pee without
list
it hurting.
nonsense. Yeah, goddamn, that's right. I just want to be able to get up and move my bowels in the morning. That's on my bucket list.
I just want to eat some corn.
That's right.
Yeah, and see it tomorrow. Yeah, it's like a bowel test. Dude, I shouldn't even say this, right? But I eat corn to see how long it takes to see it again, just to see how things are working.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was it? 3.7 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave, I remember when you got a parasite of some sort, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
ate like
You remember
you ate
that?
like a dozen.
That's
You ate
right.
like a dozen heads of lettuce.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember. I went to a doctor. They were useless. They was costing me money. And then
Yeah.
one night, for some reason, we got a different patrol car, and in the back seat there was an encyclopedia. One book from an encyclopedia was the D one. It was a medical encyclopedia.
Yeah.
D
Yeah.
diarrhea. I looked it up, and it said eat roughage. Don't like you. They're parasites. Don't feed parasites. Like when you eat cheese and shit, you're basically feeding them.
Yeah.
They're like your.
Yeah.
I cleaned a rat nest, and I got parasites in my gut. I had no idea that happened, and yeah, it worked. I just drank water one day, and the next day I drank water, and I ate lettuce with nothing on it, because that's all I could remember from the book. Because then the following night that cow was gone, and so was that book.
So that and rat feces would do it, right?
It was a rat. It was a rat in a wood pile. We used to burn wood at the place I worked, customized vans, and then like I pull a log and there's all our shit, and like there's pieces of van customizing stuff in a carpeting, insulation, and then it moved, and then his rat came running
van
out.
carpeting.
I jumped.
Well, say no more. That's worse than rat feces.
Yeah. It was a rat nest. He took
old
off,
van carpeting.
and I had a beard, and I cleaned it up. I cleaned the fucking shit up, and then I ate it. Then I ate. It's fucking,
Wash your hands. Yeah.
that was gross. Oh, that was awful. I
Lick
double
your
over
fingers.
in pain with the gas bubbles and shit, and the doctor was completely fucking useless.
Intestinal bacteria.
Yeah, he kept giving me
Really?
this medicine I should eat. So it was like $20 for his opinion, and another $20 over at CVS, and because I didn't have medical. Remember those days? It was just $20. I'm complaining about $20. Now it would have been $200 at the doctors and $400 at the fucking pharmacist. So I quit going to him because it was costing me money. I was getting nowhere. And that book appeared in my life. That was weird. That book. I needed that book, and it showed up.
Right.
Before Google, couldn't Google it. There was no WebMD. There was no web. It was the 80s. Man.
I heard the other day that the rats in New York City have become immune or whatever to the poison that they used to put out.
Yeah, because their
They've-
populations regenerate so fast.
1 year.
They
They
probably
regenerate a
developed
new
an
generation
immunity.
every year.
They've taken to filling their tunnels with gas and killing. They've killed millions of them lately because they figured out they can just like squirt carbon monoxide down in their tunnels and just kill them.
That works.
My grandfather used to do that. He used to hook the exhaust. He'd have a pipe, have a hose that he'd hook up to exhaust pipe, and he'd stick it down the rat hole, and he'd run the motor like that. He said that was much more effective than the rat poison. They knew that like years ago.
Yeah. Bikini Atoll, they were doing fine. After a couple of years, the rat population come back. They were fine. After they had that mutation year, and then they were gangbusters. They were doing just fine on them islands.
Just like Pripyat in the Ukraine from Chernobyl, and the animal populations are resurging.
Yeah, a lot of those. See, that kind of radiation, like over 30 years, will kill you, but they don't live long enough for the radiation to hurt them.
Nope. Yeah, a year.
So,
I heard it fucked up the local dogs, though.
Well, they live longer.
the wolves. There's wolves in Ukraine in that area of Chernobyl. Chernobyl has all this wildlife now.
Yep.
And none of those things live more than 10 years, so they don't live long enough for the radiation to have an effect on them.
Yeah, don't you think it could get passed down genetically or something?
Well, maybe if there's genetic mutations, but most mutations
Yeah,
don't
but
make it.
not the radiation. That would not.
Yeah, the
be
first
passed
generation
down.
has a lot of defects, but after that, none. They're just fine with it. They just become a new. They evolve.
Most
adapt.
mutations are just so fucked up that they don't last. Like, if you smoke a cigarette, you're gonna cause like 35,000 mutations in your lungs. But then most of them are not good so they die. But every now and then, out of the billions of mutations you've caused in your lungs, one of them is like, and then they take over, and next thing you know, you're getting your hair's falling out, and you're getting radiation and chemo.
Yep, it just takes one mutation to. So I got that going for me.
You quit smoking though, right?
Oh yeah. Yep, I ain't smoked in a long time, which is good. I mean, my lungs feel great.
It's just vaping Dave now.
Yeah, I'm still addicted to nicotine,
Right.
but
Vaping Dave. That's your new nickname. Me and Mikey decided. Vaping Dave. That's your name.
Vaping Dave. All right, I've been called worse.
He's been called worse this morning.
Yeah, I don't know what I was being called
Tequila
last
Dave.
night. I gotta fucking find out. Maybe I don't want to find out. I'm gonna find out at work Monday.
You still got a job?
I don't
If
know.
you still have a job Monday.
It's a possibility. Yeah, that's what I'd like to go back today to see. You just look at people. How is everything? What
So
I
you
do.
don't really remember.
At the office party, stays at the office party.
So Dave, you don't really remember what happened.
The ending, no. I don't remember tipping the Uber driver or anything. So, this has been great, you guys. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Peace out, boys.
Dun, dun,
This
dun.
too shall pass.
Have a great week.
Yeah.